Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the Real Honest Radio Podcast. This is your host,
The Real Tired One, John Ritland, co-hosted by the best friend.
the Turbinator, not Trent.
What?
Best friend.
Oh, right. Okay. So...
But yeah, we're going to be doing predictions today. We're going to start off with Worlds Collide.
This is what it's like when worlds collide, and are you ready to go? You better be, because we're here doing the show. So, the reason we're doing...
Rhymed.
Oh, God, I didn't even realize
You're like a poet and you didn't even know it.
You're right, I did. So, yeah, our Worlds Collide and Royal Rumble predictions. The reason we're doing this audio-wise, and the reason we're doing the Rumble predictions now... We got a lot of shit to do this weekend. And also, it's why wait till Friday? If they haven't announced any of the other matches by now, so what? And excuse us for not having any of the kind of clairvoyance or giant brain necessary to see things in the future.
I can see into the future.
You know, eventually I'm going to know not to say that phrase because he'll say it. And then he'll just say it anyway. So...
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Gloom.
Right. Great how Dante had that Legion of Gloom shirt.
Yeah.
So, Worlds Collide 2020. 6 matches have been announced. I haven't really kept up on much of NXT UK beyond like what I've seen on Twitter and the few clips I've seen because I have stuff to do. Like occasionally
Like
sleep.
watch every other wrestling program in the world.
Come on, Chris.
And then try to survive the night.
What evidence is there besides
the channel?
Yeah, the channel timeline. Check out the reviews I just put up, by the way. Rumble content coming up. So, we have a pre-show match for this. This is a 6-match card, and they decided to put a match on the pre-show instead of just putting this to open the show. The NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray.
Well, you gotta have a championship match on the pre-show.
Well,
that only makes sense, John.
It's not actually.
That's not sarcasm coming from my voice.
No, not heavy sarcasm. So heavy, I think I got a concussion from it. No, it's not a championship match.
Oh, no.
But it's featuring the champion,
No.
Kaylee Ray, versus Mia Yim. That's what I hear with every one of her promos. I love Kaylee Ray.
Is she Scottish?
I think she is. I think she is Scottish. So, Kaylee Ray versus Mia Yim. Who do you have and why?
I got Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, you can do a much better Scottish accent than I can.
To be fair, it's not really a good Scottish accent.
It's much better than mine. So, but yeah, I also have Kaylee Ray. Her and Mia Yim are going to have a good match. Mia Yim, as long as she doesn't try to do too many high spots because she had to change her offense after suffering, that broken leg and everything, or that leg injury, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, she's Scottish.
She is. Listen to her promos, you can definitely tell she is. But Kaylee Ray is going to beat Mia Yim, provided that Mia doesn't try to, again, do the high spots. It could be pretty good stuff, because Mia can wrestle. And Kaylee is really good and a really great heel, but Kaylee Ray is no doubt going to win this.
Yeah.
Because then otherwise, if Mia Yim wins, okay, she gets a shot at the UK Women's Championship. I'm all about having crossover and having stars, but I don't think Mia Yim's going to translate to the UK audience as well, though she's talented.
Yeah.
So you have Kaylee Ray winning?
Yep.
Let's go to the next one. It's DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, the expressionless Johnny Gargano. Can he get more than the blank stare expression is what I'm wondering. Basically, if we had a camera, it'd be absolutely perfect.
Anyway.
So, yes, but them versus Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven.
And as much as I'd like Mustache Mountain to win and, be featured more, because the world needs more Mustache Mountain in their lives.
Don't know why you would think you would like Mustache Mountain.
I must ask you to stop asking me that.
All right, but
anyway, DIY.
DIY is winning because they just reformed. They're
the two biggest stars in NXT, really.
I mean, Tyler Bate had a really, really good match. Did you watch TakeOver Blackpool 2?
No.
Check out Jordan Devlin and Tyler Bate. The women's three-way was also good. No, that's not a euphemism, even though it would have been interesting to see. But I also have DIY winning.
All right.
It's going to be a really good match, as you would expect. They know the time is short with Tommaso Ciampa. He knows that because he's a freak of nature. He's come back from so many injuries, but it is time for him to...
Yeah.
He's going to have to go for the championship at some point. Win it, have one final dance of glory, because I think by next year he's done. I'm talking like next Mania.
Yeah, he should definitely become like a coach for the people in NXT.
They would be
Teach him how to cut a goddamn promo.
Yeah. Teach Alistair how to cut a promo. I like Alistair, but anyway, that's another show for another day. DIY's no doubt winning. Now we go to what could be the match of the night. Angel Garza, the current NXT Cruiserweight Champion, versus Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Jordan Devlin, Shorter Balor as I call him, and the Kiwi Buzzsaw, Travis Banks. Who do you have and why?
I have Swerve.
You do have Swerve. Why do you have Swerve?
Because I'm hugely biased.
Good thing
and also he's got like the most charisma in the entire company.
He does. He does have a lot of charisma. It's a good thing I'm not biased towards anybody or against anybody. So, Swerve winning, I'd pop for. I'm just glad the title's not on Leo Rush anymore. So, Angel Garza, I have retaining.
Mm-hmm.
I think Travis Banks is taking the pin. Because Travis Banks is always taking the goddamn pin in these matches. And I love Travis Banks. He's really good. But he is a fucking jobber in NXT UK. He's a fucking jobber in general. Because of how he's been booked. His talent level aside, he's really good.
Okay.
But you could put him in New Japan or other companies, and he would stand out a little bit more. But he is taking the pin here.
Or junior heavyweights are more appreciated.
Yeah, except some want to break out of it like Kushida, and they don't want to let him. And guess what Kushida did? He came here, and now he's losing in the first round of a tag team tournament. So anyway, I have Angel Garza win. You have Swerve. This is one of the... actually, we disagree on 3 matches, shockingly. Finn Balor versus Ilya Dragunov. Who do you have and why?
I have Ilya Dragunov.
Okay.
If you want to get eyes on NXT UK, you have Finn Balor get beat.
Okay.
Because then it's going to be like, oh shit, I want to see more of this guy. And they'll be like, oh cool, NXT UK, let's watch that. And they'll get a huge bump in viewership for like a week, and then, it'll go back down.
You do realize that I heard, if you want to get thighs on Finn Balor, right? You know that's what I heard out of all that, right?
Anyway.
But no, I agree, and statistically some guys, I agree with you that Ilya winning would be cool. That's why Finn Balor's winning. I mean, I could be wrong. It would be a good idea. It could prove that, hey, we have, there are some really cool people you need to keep an eye on NXT UK. Mm-hmm. But it's no doubt going to be Finn Balor, to me, gain a win. Because he can go between NXT and NXT UK if they really want him to. At this point, he's being paid so much goddamn money. If he's not at least being paid high 6, low 7 figures a year, I would be amazed. He does merch really well. He can put on incredible matches. He could have done that on Raw, but they didn't want him to. But I have Finn Balor winning. Now we have Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm, NXT Women's Championship. It's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
It's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I love Toni Storm for obvious reasons. I love Rhea Ripley for obvious reasons. I think this is going to be a very good match. I almost kind of wish it was somebody else. And no offense against Toni Storm, but we saw this match last year at TakeOver Blackpool 1. And they will have a good match. Rhea's going to move on. She's going to face Bianca Belair at TakeOver Portland. And Bianca's totally not going to win because Bianca can't win a championship. She's probably never going to even win one on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
But she's good.
The mid-cardist.
The mid-card. Oh, est. The EST. There you go.
Yeah. That's
perfect.
That's
so it's not wrong though. Rhea though.
It's kind of wrong.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
Rhea,
Anyway, let's move on.
Rhea Ripley though, she's just gonna dominate Toni. In the match, I mean. Imperium versus Undisputed Era. By the way, do you know Undisputed Era is led by Adam Cole?
Yeah. And Imperium is led by Walter.
Walter with the freaking frying pan mitts that he chops people with.
Yeah.
Seeing him live is just like frightening. What was it? It was him and Joe Coffey? Yeah, Joe Coffey. At TakeOver Blackpool 2. And
I was going to say, if you're talking about seeing him live, it was Walter versus Shaft.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about seeing him live. TV doesn't do justice for how good he is and also how loud those chops are. But you have, who do you have for this 8-man tag? You have
Imperium.
Now who do you have taking the pin out of everybody? It's gonna be Bobby Fish. Oh, poor Bobby Fish.
Every group needs a patsy.
So you have that. I think that's going to be true because they did attack them at the end to take over Blackpool 2. Undisputed Era did. I have Undisputed Era winning. Because you have, like, 3 guys in Imperium that could take the pin. You got Wolf, you got Eichner, or you got Bartel. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, you have to go with WWE's default creator wrestler.
Eichner?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eichner. Eichner's really good, by the way, but it's just...
He looks like the default creator wrestler.
He does. And if you took... No offense, if you took Walter out of that group, no one would care. And it's not to say that those guys aren't talented. They are. I think Bartel's pretty good. Wolf, it's nice to see that he regained his sanity. And, you know, went to join Imperium. But I think Undisputed Era is going to win this. It would be cool to see Walter maybe pin Adam Cole, but since Walter doesn't want to work in the States that much, what else are you going to do? You can have Undisputed Era show up at the next TakeOver UK event. That's not probably going to be till August.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, Imperium winning would be cool, but we'll see. So now we're going to get into our Royal Rumble predictions. We will add a lot more detail to our Royal Rumble predictions for the specific matches than we will the undercard. Because the undercard ain't going to take very long, folks. We got Chad Gable, that's his name, versus Sheamus. You have...
Chad Gable.
Yeah. You have Chad Gable. Why do you have Chad Gable winning?
Because in some things he shouldn't come up short.
You proud of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be. I agree with you. I would like to see Chad Gable win. That's why Sheamus is winning. It's probably going to be like 5 minutes. Probably like 5 minutes, and Chad Gable is just going to get, like, you know, his head wrecked and stuff like that. You have Chad. I have Sheamus. Now we move on to Humberto Carrillo versus Andrade for the U.S. Championship. Who do you have? We have Humberto winning. That's what's going to happen. Nothing against Andrade. He's held the championship for a bit. I'm not saying I'm against Andrade retaining, but if he does, then unless it's via shenanigans, then what do you do to Humberto's return pop? Or even return? You just kind of cool it right there.
Yeah, they've never done that.
No, they've never done or Rusev multiple times. Kevin Owens when he came back as a face and then turned to heel.
Maybe this time they'll get it right, John.
Come on, Chris. They've always they could do it. They could do it. They're not going to get this right, are they? We have Humberto winning. I can't say with the most confidence. I like Andrade. I would be fine with Andrade retaining.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would be fine with Andrade retaining. It's just I don't understand why they would book themselves into a corner like this where Humberto has to win, and if Andrade loses, it's going to make him. It's weird. I got Humberto because I think they're finally going to split him and Zelina up. They teased it happening, and then they did that. So we'll see. But Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I am excited. This is the match I'm most hyped for. I love the Rumble matches, but this is the match that has been built the best. Who do you have and why?
Sorry, for what match?
Becky versus Asuka.
Asuka.
You jackass! All right, you have Asuka. Why do you have Asuka?
Because Becky needs a damn feud.
A damn feud? Okay.
A feud where she feels threatened in. And so far she hasn't had that. Asuka is the only person on the main roster that's really sufficiently beaten her for a championship.
That's fair. I'm actually...
Without any shenanigans.
That is a little bit funny how that's been the case.
She got Becky to tap out at WrestleMania. No, it was the Rumble. Sorry.
No. Remember, Asuka wasn't even on the main. Well, she was in the Battle Royal. She could have faced Charlotte, but she lost to Charlotte a few days before Mania because we needed to have that because they scrapped Asuka versus Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that.
Remember how excited we all were
About Asuka and Sonya Deville? Yeah. I have Becky Lynch winning because I think Ronda Rousey's returning. Either Ronda Rousey's returning or we're going to have somebody else I'm going to talk about in the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, that's going to face Becky
Medications?
instead. Right. We have that happening. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Becky's going to avenge her loss, but I think it's going to be damn good. And I always say that
I will be avenged!
because Asuka is one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. And unless you're going to make her a double champion, which I'm not opposed to, and I love Asuka and I love Becky, this is going to be her
That way
way.
Asuka can strut around calling herself Asuka Two Belts.
You know, it'd be funny hearing her say that.
Just because there's an L in there?
Chris,
Come on, John.
I've watched too much Japanese wrestling. Anyway, so we are split on that. We are also split on this next one because it's Lacey Evans versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You have
Oh, Bailey! Hoo ha! I want to know!
if you'll retain your title.
Yes.
You have Bayley winning, so that's pretty much why. Like, you just have her retaining.
Yeah.
You don't really have a reason.
Yep.
You do have a reason, or you just don't want to say it.
Oh, no, it's
I just
because Lacey Evans isn't ready yet.
I think Lacey Evans is going to win because unless you have Sasha interfere and you continue this and you want to add Lacey into a three-way with Sasha and Bayley, make Sasha and Bayley not for the championship. It just this is another one where they booked themselves into a corner because Lacey's been built pretty properly. And sure, she pinned Bayley on SmackDown, so logic dictates that she will probably will probably show that she's not going to win. That you'll probably have Sasha interfere and stuff like that. I have it where Sasha tries to interfere, Bayley loses, and then they're both in the Rumble match later, and Bayley tosses Sasha out, and you have that match later.
Sasha out?
Yeah, and her weave gets eliminated first, and then Sasha gets eliminated second.
But it doesn't have legs, so it technically can't get eliminated.
Well, I mean, Kerry Von Erich only had 1 foot, and he got eliminated from the 91 and 92 Rumbles.
Technically he had 2 feet.
Are you not going to let me
Yes.
run that joke into the ground? Okay.
I mean, most of them are already in there.
And the wrestlers. Anyway, so god damn. Where did this show go? Lacey Evans, though, I have winning, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
She could win by DQ, and you could continue this. Like, she doesn't have to win the championship. Because I'm not against Bayley holding it longer, but it's another one I don't know. I have Lacey winning.
Okay.
We don't have anything on the line, by the way, because why? I think the last time we had anything on the line was like SummerSlam 2017 or 18, and we got almost everything wrong with that. I think I won 6 matches and you won like 4, and I'm like, why? Why the fuck are we doing this? But now, Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin Falls Count Anywhere match. It's Roman.
Yeah, it's got to be Roman.
It's got to be Roman. And it's got to be Roman for this reason.
He's got the backup now.
Yeah.
And then The Rock's going to show up, and he's going to, like, beat up whoever else they've got. And then we're like, ooh, ah! And then he's going to spear him.
Why is The Rock going to spear Roman?
Yes.
That would be The Rock spears as well as he does the sharpshooter.
I can't wait to see a once-in-a-lifetime match at WrestleMania.
They might... God, I didn't even think about them doing
And then
that.
next year.
I don't know if they're going to have... Well, they might have Rock show up. We'll see about that. I just think that's blue sky. But no, Roman's going to win.
Yeah.
Because I have a reason why Roman's going to win here and then maybe not win later. But we got that because, yeah, he's got backup, and really, I mean, Ziggler and Rude don't mean anything, and I feel bad for saying that about Rude, not about Ziggler because he's a weirdo. But The Fiend...
He's just a comedian.
By the way, yeah, The Fiend... By the way, you know The Fiend is Bray Wyatt? Why does commentary not tell us these things? God.
Damn.
The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan It's a strap match for the Universal title. These two are
strap in or strap on?
These two are going to strap each other, whip each other. And maybe
meanwhile, back at the Fiend,
and
winning this match.
And the match, yeah, the Fiend's winning. The Fiend's winning, by the way.
He's going to mandible claw Daniel Bryan and then just drag him to each corner.
That's pretty much what he's going to have to do, really. There's really no other thing to say. So, for the 30, the Royal Rumble men's match. We're going to do the men's match first. These are the people that are in here, and I'm going to go through them quickly. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Eric Rowan, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Elias, Corbin, Ziggler, Otis, Tucker. Please have Otis wear a shirt. Rusev, Lashley, Alistair, Buddy, Braun, Nakamura, Rollins, Owens, Joe, Kofi, Biggie, R-Truth, who apparently announced it on WWE's Instagram story. That's 25 of 30 entrants. Keith Lee is going to be in the Rumble. Dijakovic's going to be in the Rumble, is what I'm guessing. You got to include some NXT guys. You got to include a couple. You could have a couple legends return if you really want to. I don't know what legends you could have return.
Or maybe don't and focus on the present. Have one legend and be like, done.
And guess who's supposed to appear also, Chris? Possibly Kane and
like Glenn
Big
Jacobs?
Show. Yeah, Kane and Big Show, possibly.
I was going to say, because like, there are two Canes now.
Yeah, Kane and Big Show.
Two Canes.
Takes two to make a cane go right. So, Kane and Big Show may be appearing as well and being in the Rumble. Now, I don't know because it's not...
It's my big toe. But anyway, who do we have? And why?
So, who do you have?
Kevin Owens.
Why do you have Kevin Owens?
Because he's feuding with Seth Rollins, and it only makes sense to have him get the right to challenge Seth in a way that he cannot deny.
But Seth is a tag team champion. Brock's the WWE champion.
True, but, shit will happen.
So you're saying Rollins may say I can lay claim to that because I beat Brock before, and then they have a match and stuff like that.
And since he's got backup from AOPP and Buddy Murphy.
By the way, I'm already over Seth Rollins' character. He's already boring me.
But he's going to use that to his advantage to take out Brock Lesnar.
You have Kevin Owens beating Brock Lesnar.
No. Seth.
You have Seth... Okay.
Because he has AOP and Buddy Murphy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused. Okay, I thought you meant okay. So you have Kevin Owens winning the Rumble, but you have Rollins and his group taking out Brock.
Yes.
Okay.
Seth reclaims his Universal title, passes the tag titles over to AOP. Buddy Murphy is probably going to take the mid-card title, and you're going to have Undisputed Era, but less.
You're going to have Undisputed Era and AOP has about the charisma of a chickpea. So,
yeah.
I had Roman Reigns winning. Now, Roman still could win, but I had Baron Corbin coming out and costing him that match.
Yeah. But your alternative?
Well, actually, I have Corbin getting eliminated, and then Reigns, and then he's going to help eliminate Reigns. It's going to be Cain Velasquez. Here's why it's going to be Cain Velasquez, because Vince will not let us have nice things.
Maybe they'll let Kane do some nice lucha things.
Maybe they could let Kane not be on television because he's not interesting. They did the match at Saudi Arabia and it was shit.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if he does lucha things, that'd be cool. But I'm sorry.
It all depends on how they, actually do a build to a match that people will actually watch because it's done in Saudi Arabia.
And they also need... Here's another thing. Kane needs to have made sure that he got that knee surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Says his knee apparently was hanging on by a thread, but they went through with the match because they're fucking stupid. Cain Velasquez will at least show up and eliminate Brock. I think Cain Velasquez could win the Rumble. Because, fuck it. They haven't really built anybody else up. I'd like to see Drew win it.
Me too.
Now for two more things. Two questions before we move to the women's. They've announced 5 women for the Rumble so far. Is Edge returning?
No.
Is Punk returning?
No.
You don't have Edge returning?
No.
There's a possibility he might. I will say Edge may return. Punk won't. That's all I gotta say about it.
I mean, they could give him a shit ton of money, but I think we'd hear about it.
He's been denying that he's medically cleared to return.
No, I was talking about Punk.
Well, Punk, yeah. Well, Punk could get a shit pot full of money. So, the 30 women Royal Rumble match. This is who they have announced so far as of Wednesday. This is Wednesday as we're recording. It's around 4.
Okay.
Charlotte Flair, Natalya, Alexa, Nikki Cross, Sarah Logan. So they're just going to throw a whole bunch of women in on this thing. Here are some women that I have showing up. Rhea Ripley's going to show up. Toni Storm. Io Shirai is going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee Ray, I think, could show up. That'd be pretty cool. Bianca, I think it'd be a nice introduction for her. Ruby Riot's returning. She's going to have a 30-minute performance. Liv Morgan, don't include Lana.
So eliminate Lana.
Can we include women that don't make me want to just gut myself, groin to sternum? Seriously, Lana is an absolute...
Why is that your go-to phrase now?
Oh, no.
That sounds very painful.
It does.
For everybody.
Yeah, especially me. No, Lana makes me embarrassed that women were ever allowed on WWE TV because that's just how embarrassing she is. But,
God, remember when you were, like,
yeah,
gushing all over her back in the day?
Yeah, because she served a purpose.
2 years ago?
Yeah, she served a purpose, and now she doesn't serve a purpose. Her purpose, people say her purpose, she's supposed to get people to boo. Now
by failing on her accent miserably.
Well, not even failing on the accents that's the problem. She's a terrible actress. Liv needs to be in the Rumble. Mm-hmm. Nia Jax is returning. I still say Ruby Riot's going to be...
The 300.5 ounce Samoan?
She's going to be so easy to toss over the ropes.
Oh, goddamn.
Alexa Bliss, I mean, I don't know why they're going to include her in the Rumble. I mean, I don't know why they include children there, but anyway. I have 2 legends possibly returning.
Okay.
Molly Holly.
Okay.
She was in the 2018 one.
Okay.
Victoria.
Okay.
Victoria said 2019 was her last Rumble, or her last year in wrestling. Throw some money at her. Mend the fences. Put Victoria in the Hall of Fame.
All right.
Have her give a 5-7 minute performance there. Her knees are kind of shot because she's wrestled for so many years. Have her do that. And go right off.
It's going to be Alundra Blaze instead.
It'll probably be Alundra Blaze, and then she'll, hate on gay people and stuff like that. So, that's what I have happening. So, those are the people that we have returning.
Yes.
And, I mean, I don't know, Tony, Rhea, that's pretty good. That kind of stuff, Candice.
But who do we have winning?
Who do you have winning?
Shayna Baszler.
It's going to be Shayna. It needs to be Shayna. Or it's going to be Ronda. If Ronda returns, she's winning. They could hold off on Ronda's return until the next night, and she could stare at Becky if Becky retains. And you could have that match. Shayna got eliminated by Shotzi. Shotzi in the Rumble.
Yes.
Cool. I knew that you would like that. But Shayna has done everything in NXT.
Absolutely, and she's running out of time.
Yeah, she's going to be, 40 this year, I think?
Mm.
Going to be 40 this year. Or close to it. She needs to capitalize on her momentum, have her face either, if you have Bayley retain, have her face.
Yeah, Shayna will be turning 40 in August.
Yeah, have her face, Becky, if Ronda's not coming back.
Have her beat Charlotte.
Have her send Charlotte away, and maybe Charlotte will be interesting when she comes back. Charlotte has not looked motivated at all lately. I mean, maybe she's not. I don't know. But I think it's going to be Shayna Baszler. Now, again, if Ronda returns, Ronda is going to be the one winning. And no one's going to like it. It'll make sense in the sense of the storyline they're trying to tell, but really, it's going to be Shayna. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm sticking with. And I want Victoria to have, I also that. But I also want Victoria in the Rumble just one more time. Because unlike Melina, Victoria is actually a legend in women's wrestling. So, That's going to be it right there, folks. We really don't have anything else to, like, add.
I think that covers the Royal Rumble.
That covers everything. So we have our
Until
predictions.
they add, like, 3 matches on Friday.
Well, they can add a SmackDown Championship, Tag Championship.
They could do that.
They could, but then Kofi and Big E would have to work twice.
Yeah.
Morrison and Miz, I'm amazed they're not
It
added.
takes 2 to make a thing go twice.
I like that group. Twice, or K-pop group. Anyway, so we're going to have a Dynamite review a little bit later.
I don't know if it'll be that good, but it'll be on AEW.
Chris, take us out because you just made me lose track of what the fuck I was saying.
Alright, so anyway, this has been the Real Honest Radio Podcast with John Ritland and the Durbinator. Hit the like button, leave a comment, hit subscribe, and hit that bell. We do videos nearly every single day.
I especially do videos almost every day.
So yeah.
We will see you.
Join us with a subscribe.
And we will see you for tonight's review and then also SmackDown Hard Times review that I'll be doing. I'll update you guys on
We'll
Dynamite
see you,
review.
but the question remains, will you see us?
Before it's too late.